So the finals just received its first major patch of Season 1, and at first glance it looks pretty good. A new limited time solo bank it game mode, some really good quality of life changes such as scope sensitivity for the sniper, plus a bunch of really solid buffs and nerfs where they were needed. Most notably, the stun gun received a pretty big nerf along with the invis for the light class, and for heavies, the RPG got nerfed from 150 damage to 140 damage, meaning you can't one-shot lights anymore. And as well as all of this, there was a lot of other bug fixes, connection issue fixes, and just other really good quality of life and UI changes. Needless to say, when I first looked at it, I was pretty impressed with the patch. But then I saw this. Embark basically removed every fun movement tech that the community has discovered since launch. So there's no more super gliding, no more placing motion sensors on barrels, then throwing the barrel and grappling off of them as they fly through the air. And they've already done this multiple times since the first playtest. Pretty much every single fun movement tech that's been discovered since the very first playtest has been straight up removed from the game. Now, I understand that some of the techs that were removed in the past were just straight up exploits that were really game breaking. Such as the one where you could place the zipline on an object and then pick the object up as you rode the zipline, and you could basically just fly around and hit the skybox. It makes complete sense to remove something like that. But what I don't understand is why they're removing things like super glide and the barrel grappling tech. These aren't techs that are breaking the game in any way, nor do they give you any sort of major competitive advantage. I've honestly never even seen another player use any of these techs in game, and we all know how much people love abusing anything that gives a competitive advantage. These movement techs were mostly just used by players as a fun technique to go for some flashy plays, and were a really great form of skill expression for those that were willing to master the tech. Specifically, the super glide was by no means an easy tech to pull off consistently. It took pretty precise keyboard inputs, as well as quite a bit of practice to get it down pat, and it's something that everyone has the ability to do regardless of what class you play. After seeing all of this, I'm honestly a little worried they're going to remove bunny hopping next. So why is Embark doing this? Is it to cater to a more casual player base, or is it something that they genuinely believe needed to be removed for the sake of the game? Like I said, Embark has been removing every movement tech that the community has discovered since the very first playtest, and I think it's a really bad idea. The thing that drew me to the finals originally was the potential for fun and unique movement, and if they keep removing every tech that we're discovering from the game, we're basically just going to be left with Call of Duty but with jump pads. The finals really is a pretty simple game as it stands. The gunplay is simple, it's a very straightforward simple game mode, and there's basically 3 characters to choose from. The only thing that really separates it and makes it stand out from other shooters is the movement and the high time to kill. And, well, Apex Legends exists. Apex Legends has so many cool movement techniques that have been discovered over the years since launch that learning and mastering every one of these for a new player would take hundreds if not thousands of hours. And it's honestly the only thing that really kept me interested in Apex Legends for so long. There was so much opportunity for skill expression and so much mechanical skill involved with the movement. Now, I know Apex Legends and the finals are very different games, but they have been compared to each other a lot since the launch of the finals. I think rather than removing movement, Embark should be embracing it and even adding more movement options into the game. Something like rocket jumping would be really cool. The finals player count has dropped a lot since launch, which isn't uncommon for a new game, but it's a lot more than I expected, and I think a lot of other people expected. And I think if they keep going in this direction with the game, it's only going to make that decline faster. Now, I'm not trying to say that this patch has killed the game or anything like that, but Embark has really showed since the first playtest that they don't seem to like creative player-found movement tech in their game. You get what they give you, and if you find anything new and fun, then they'll take it away from you. I don't know, this is just my opinion on the topic. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. I read all the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good one. Cheers.